Hello and welcome back to Somewhere Below Nirvana. Today I will be reacting to Classically Heavy 5 Ways to Look Hotter to Attract a Woman Worth Marrying. I'm sorry, I don't care how hot you are. If you are an a-hole, I will not marry you, I will not date you. So there's that.
Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Abby and I'm so happy you are here today. Today we're going to be talking about 5 ways men can look more attractive to get the woman that they want. I've been seeing a lot of reels and YouTube shorts of men going to a barber with like long scraggly hair, getting a haircut and going from about a 3 to a 10. Like all of a sudden they look incredible. And that is the kind of thing that makes such a difference when you are looking for a woman to marry. Now, women are definitely less visual than men. Women are much more attracted to personality and to a lot of different elements about character. But it does not hurt to look good when you are looking for a spouse. And that is true for men and women. When people are dating, visual attractiveness is absolutely a part of that. And I think there are ways to convey not only how attractive you are physically, but also what that means and how that could impact a life together. So I'm really excited to get into today's video. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already and hit that like button, and let's get right into it. The first thing you can do to appear more attractive is to figure out your facial hair situation. I think that every man benefits from considering what facial hair looks best on them. For some men, they don't grow facial hair well. That would be a guy who would really benefit from not having facial hair. Having patchy facial hair is just not going to work for him. There are some men who have less of a strong jawline, and so having a really nice beard can give the illusion of a stronger jawline. There are some men, few and far between, but there are some men who really look great with a mustache, a la the guy from Top Gun Maverick, right?
Excuse the sniffling sounds, but I do have COVID-19 pneumonia.
A mustache makes a big difference. But figuring out what facial hair looks best on you is really going to change the game for how you look. I know there are some men who look absolutely incredible with a beard and definitely look a little less attractive without one. And just stick with what works for you. You don't have to try something new every few weeks if you know that having a beard or having a mustache or being clean shaven or having a 5 o'clock shadow works best for your features. Figure it out. Take the time, try different things, try different styles, see how people react to it, and then...
Also, why is Abby giving men advice to look hotter? Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. I mean, does she read men's minds?
Stick with it. I will say, fluffy, scraggly facial hair, a big bushy beard that has no shape to it is not attractive on anybody. So taking the time to style it is going to make...
Excuse me? My psychiatrist, who's almost 80, has a beard, and it looks perfectly fine, Abby.
A big difference too. That doesn't mean that having a large beard can't work, but it does mean that having a large beard needs to take some extra effort so that you can make it look groomed and well put together. And every woman has a different preference. I know I like a man with a beard. My husband has a beard. I like it. I like it a lot. And I'm not a huge fan of guys who are clean shaven. It's just not my type. Some women prefer a man who's clean shaven. It just depends, but just take the time to figure out what looks best on you, and you'll see that women are going to find you more attractive. Number 2 is take care of yourself physically. That means exercising and eating.
Sorry, work out all you want to, but if I see a man in a gym working out, has a look I want, I talk to them, if they do not act or talk the way I wish to be talked to, I will not date them regardless how they look.
Well, I don't think any serious woman is looking for a big bodybuilder in a husband. She's not thinking, I need the guy who's in the gym 3 hours a day, because what does that actually convey? It conveys that he's not going to have a lot of time to spend with you outside of work and his time at the gym. But I think women like a guy who looks like he takes care of himself, because if he takes care of himself and his body, that means he's going to be around and healthy longer in your lifetime. It also means that if he can take care of himself, he can take care of you. So a guy who eats...
Wrong. A man can take care of his looks and still be broke. Trust me.
healthy and pays attention to that, who exercises enough, is not only going to reflect that in the way that he looks, it also shows a certain level of responsibility that's very attractive to a woman worth marrying. And I think it's important to recognize most women are not going to reject a guy if he doesn't have six-pack abs or giant biceps. If he looks good enough, you're doing it. You're doing the thing. So just take care of your body physically. Pay attention. Try to get, some muscle definition, because having strong muscles means you can do more around the house. You can carry things. You can carry your children. But don't aim to look like some supermodel, because at the end of the day, a guy who's spending 3 hours at the gym every day is spending 3 hours away from his spouse. Number 3 is get a haircut. We talked about getting your facial hair sorted. Now it's time to get your hair sorted. Men...
Again, Abby, I tend to like men with at least hair that covers their neck. You don't speak for all women, Abby.
Men look so crazy different with a good haircut. I remember there was a guy when I was about 19 who I was friends with, and he had this bowl cut that was so unattractive. I took him to the barber. He got his hair styled to a more modern look, and all of a sudden he went from kind of unattractive to very attractive. Having a good haircut makes all the difference. And again, all of these attractiveness factors show and convey how much you are willing to do to be responsible. A guy with hair that looks like it's never been cut or...
No. What shows how willing he is to be responsible is, does he pay his bills? Does he pay his taxes?
Ever been washed or just messy and slovenly makes a woman think that he can't take care of himself. A guy with a haircut that is clean means that he is responsible enough to go to the barber every 6 weeks. It means that he knows that he needs to put some product in to make it look its best. It doesn't mean you need some crazy hairstyle, but it does mean that you need to have something that looks clean cut. And by the way, if you have a haircut that is clean and well styled, it also looks like you could get a job and hold a job. Because most men who are in a real workplace need to have a clean haircut. So all of that is great. It's attractive.
Wrong again, Abby. I've known men who have been clean shaven, had nice haircuts, couldn't hold down a job.
From just the fact that it looks nice, but it's also attractive because it shows that you have got it together. Number 4 is improve your style. Most men I know do not know how to dress. They look like a mess. They don't know how to choose pants. They don't know how to choose shirts. They don't know how to pair things. They don't know how to figure out what fits them. Take some time and figure out what looks good on you. Wear things that fit you well. Get them tailored. Get nice suits. Don't wear things that are just messy looking. And make sure that your clothing really reflects what you want from a spouse. If you're wearing clothing that looks like you have got it together, you're going to attract someone who has it together. If you're wearing...
Again, this is appearance-based. Just because you look like you have it together does not mean you do.
Clothing that looks like you can hold down a job, or you're wearing clothing that looks like you could go to a nice dinner date, that is going to attract a woman worth marrying, because she can see that you have your life together and can be a supportive husband. It's really encouraging when you see a guy who knows how to dress well, because it means that he takes seriously what he looks like in the world and how he presents. It's such a nice thing when you go to dinner with your husband and he looks handsome and you look beautiful, and you know that you guys are presenting this really confident, strong couple vibe to whoever you meet. And I think that really does attract the right kind of woman. Everything that you wear is a reflection of who you are on the inside. And so that also...
No, it is not. Let me tell you why. I live in Texas. It is hot, hot, hot in the summer. And I wear sometimes shorts and a t-shirt. Does that mean that's who I am? No. It is because I do not want to sweat to death.
Is an element of picking the style that you choose. You want to find clothing that represents your personality and also represents your stability and responsibility. And that leads me to number 5. Aim to dress like a man and not dress like a man-child. We live in a day and age where men and women wear athleisure all the time, or wear pajamas, just straight pajamas. I see these high school students constantly...
Okay, I agree with that. Don't go around in your pajamas unless you're going to bed, but
literally wearing pajamas to school, and I'm like, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what world we live in, but I don't accept this. I don't think this is a good idea. I don't think this is a good reflection on our society. And if you want a woman worth marrying, you need to dress like a man. So don't wear clothing that's this newfangled kind of man-child look where you...
Okay. Here's things you need to know to find a woman worth marrying. Number 1, do not be fake. Number 2, no matter how good you look, if you are an a-hole, we will see through you. Number 3, don't think for 1 second that a clean haircut is going to make me date you. I will see who you are on the inside, and if I don't like it, you're out the door. Sorry.
You look like you're wearing sweatpants and joggers and sneakers and t-shirts all the time. There is a time and a place. I would say 90% of the time that is the gym. But for the most part, a guy in a pair of jeans and a guy in a white button-down shirt is going to look 1,000 times more attractive than a guy in the outfit I just mentioned. The guy who knows how to look like a man is going to attract...
No. Abby, if you're wearing a Nirvana t-shirt or whatever, but you're a nice guy and you're responsible, I will like you and I will date you. Doesn't matter what shirt you're wearing or what jeans.
A worthy woman. Women want men. A good woman wants a good man. She wants a man who looks like he has got it all figured out. Because if he has it figured out, that means on the days where she doesn't, he can kind of help and take the reins. And that's such a comforting feeling as a woman. So you want to dress in a way that shows a woman that you are a full-fledged human being. Like you know what you want and you are out there to get it. So everything that I'm talking about, all of the outward features that I'm talking about, really are about what's on the inside and how a woman is going to take all the information, all of the markers.
All of the outside stuff you mentioned, Abby, again, things are not always as they appear. People are not always as they appear. Thank you for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe and comment below.